Last time on Lawful Stupid. In this bar, it's full of soldier boys, and the three of you are here.
You owe her an apology.
Like hells, am I gonna apologize to a fairy? Roll me your initiative, guys.
I'm not doing anything yet.
It doesn't have to go this way. We're gonna slice and dice.
And whatever hand is closest to me, and I'm gonna smack it against the flat of his blade against my face and go, "What, you're gonna use this to shave too? All of your problems can be solved with a sword?"
Would you say I buy another round and we call it even?
All right.
You could give your order to the nice fairy there when you apologize to her.
But you have to be nice.
Okay, little fairy, I'm sorry.
Mac puts his blades away. To finish our conversation before, yes, my pointy swords solve a lot of problems.
You can consider this borrowed wisdom. Some folks just have an insatiable thirst for fairy spit, and they're going to go around in life doing whatever they can to get it into their glass. You can't change this.
I don't have to sit for it either.
No, and you didn't. You mentioned you had to send a letter, Balfour. I heard you talking.
Yes, I will send a letter to Flowerfield to see how me is doing.
We should go by the bank as well.
Maybe Mac has calmed down. I perhaps didn't know that he had that kindness in his heart.
He was acting out of interest for the downtrodden. That's to be applauded.
But his tongue is as quick as he is, and that could get us in trouble.
You do the talking, then, and we should be okay.
And one short rest, guys. Hooray! You all leave the Doohickey Inn and Tavern, and as there's screaming.
What seems to be the problem, children? Tell me, quickly.
There's a ghost! Oh, over at Miss Mayweather's house. You guys can go down the street and you can find Mayweather.
I don't think anyone's home.
Nothing to do but to go inside. Hello, is anyone here? So I'm going to step cautiously inside and peering around.
Mac will lean against the doorway and watch.
As you walk around and check out the door that is ajar, slowly open it, and it seems to be someone laying in the bed. Kind of really, really old elf vibes that you can tell, but you can't really see them. They're facing away from the door.
I'm going to take some steps in slowly and one more time about halfway through, I'll say, hello, again, but in Elvish.
Today you find yourself in a various place, kind of like near Grandma's cottage vibes. Just a little setup of the scene. Axel's outside doing some magic, looking at things in the world. I think Mac is at the back door of Grandma's house because Balfour pushed the door open and snuck in just a little bit. Now we are looking at Balfour looking at an old lady.
Yeah, because Balfour went in the front door, right?
No, back door.
Oh. Alright, fair enough. My bad.
I got you, Devin. Axel.
Yeah.
The last episode you were detecting magic and checking things out, and I promised I'd get you some stuff about that. So when you look about with your all-seeing magic eyeballs, you can get like glimpses of divination and evocation magic, kind of where Mac is standing near the back door. Your ring, you would notice, would have enchantment magic. And you'll see like various subtle lights kind of like about the house and about the world, like the little essences, but nothing that says like, yes, this is purely magical. It's just kind of like the innate magical in the world that kind of exists, but it's very small and faded like it usually is.
Gotcha. Well, with that, I'm going to close up my book and rejoin my compatriots.
Do you hang out at the back door with me, or do you trance on in with Balfour?
I think the only means of ingress we have is the back door. I have no idea what's going on at the front door. I've only seen people hanging out at the back door, so I'm going to go there.
Well, I'm asking if you're going in or you posting up outside.
Well, what's going to happen is you're going to feel a hand on your shoulder. I'm like, All right, so I cast some spells, and I didn't see any sort of being of pure magic or essence of spirit or anything like that. Just you've got some magic, I've got some magic, and there's magic throughout the world. It's pretty cool. But how you doing? How are things going on your end?
Well, Balfour just walked in. I'm not about the breaking and entering thing, so I'm just...
Oh.
If I hear cries, then I might go in.
Okay.
And I can't remember if I did, the trunk to my trunk over to be able to feel hot air. You said they were breathing, yes?
No. You were about to do a check, I think?
I'll do a medicine check then.
I think you already did a medicine check.
Yeah.
And
That's been a hot minute.
Failed. I did a 10. I think I got a 10.
You got average. You couldn't tell.
you said, what's a pulse?
Then I'll do a little shaky, just because the kids seem to think that they were in danger and the door was unlocked and they're elderly appearing. So I will do that.
When
I
you
guess.
when you go into the room and you go to shake this person awake, as she looks remnants of some of those photos you've seen, but perhaps a bit older from when they were done. It is very clearly obvious when you touch her that she is very cold and not at all registering.
Shoot, because if I only was a more powerful person who had spells for this kind of thing, but I'm not, so, but they said they saw a ghost, and so now I quickly look around. I'm quickly looking around the room and the space that I'm in. Is there anything creepy moving around me? I don't know.
Roll your perception if you want to see what's moving around.
No, I don't. I have advantage on it. Let's see, that's a 17. And the second roll is it doesn't matter, 17.
All right. You look around the room. It's very much a bedroom. It's decorated, kind of cottagecore vibes, right? Browns and greens. There's a few plants kind of hanging from the ceiling. Curtains drawn.
You know what I will do is I'm kind of, I like the hairs are standing up in the back of my neck now. I want to use Divine Sense to detect good and evil. So until the end of my turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Yeah, sure. You can definitely use that.
So kind of pop that on, and then I'm going to slowly step out of this room back to the back door, I think.
Yeah. You look around the room. There's not much here. Chest of drawers, a few clothes, small clothes hanging out of the open drawers. But you walk on out slowly, checking things out, getting the vibes for celestials, fiends, and undeads.
And as I get to the back door, I'll say, it appears she has gone to be with whoever is in the afterworld.
Ah, well.
That lines up with ghosts, then?
I don't believe in ghosts. But maybe the kids saw something we didn't.
I'm sorry. You don't believe in ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts.
What about zombies?
I've never seen one myself.
What about undead skeletons?
Those are baddies. But they're physically unattractive.
So skeletons can be Okay. Did you see anything inside?
No, just a corpse of a woman who used to be, and I like talk about the pictures, appeared happy.
Yeah, okay. I gotta check it out. Mac's gonna go into this house.
Yeah. What you looking for?
So we've established there's a bedroom. Is it a small home? Is there any other rooms?
Yeah, there's a small home, right? There's the front door that's directly across from the back door. Most of the things are all together, like living room, kitchen, dining room setup. And then there are 2 other doors, one to the bedroom and the other to the laboratory.
Okay, so in the kitchen, is there like a pantry?
Little pantry door? Maybe like a little cabinet shelf.
Yeah, I opened that up. Is there anything in there? Is there any like secrets? Secrets?
These
Flour,
like
cabinets?
sugar.
They're not like big pantry doors. I'm looking to see if there's a basement door. That's what I'm.
No.
All right.
Just point of interest. Is there a laboratory? Is there a laboratory?
Laboratory?
Bathroom.
A lavatory. Lavatory.
Lavatory.
Lavatory? Am I saying it wrong?
Yep. No worries.
It is a
No
dirty
stress.
lab.
I was just like, I need to know which it is. Is there a bathroom or is there a place with beakers?
Yeah, because I'm
Bathroom.
in there.
Bathroom. Bathroom.
Bathroom. Okay, John.
all right.
Agreed.
So Mac's
Ahead.
gonna go to the dead grandma, and Mac wants to investigate said body to see potentially how long, give or take, she has passed.
Yeah, I believe that would be a medicine check.
I will take your word for it. Hell yeah, 18.
Definitely been dead for a bit. Maybe like a couple days.
Okay, she's been
Still
down for a
kind
while.
of decent. I'm not going to describe it because I'm not.
Sure. But a couple days. That's what we're looking for. Do I see any obvious signs of death, or does it seem kind of like
The
old
good
age?
way to go.
Seems kind of just old age and in her sleep.
She did
Okay,
it.
and
She won.
I look around, Mac looks around. Based on these family portraits, would Mac assume that she was happy with said partner? No, it actually matters.
Yeah, she looks pretty happy in these portraits. They also seem to date back maybe 50 or 100 years. Hard to tell with elves,
Oh.
but
Okay, fair enough.
she definitely seems younger in them, but not updated.
And there's no like diaries or journals around here?
Poking around, you could find some letters in a drawer, as well as like other paperwork for the house.
The deed to the house.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
No, that's Dwayne's interest, not Mac's. Dwayne's a homeowner. He understands the cost of things. Mac, I want to see, is there anything in those letters that would be of interest to Mac about this person?
Briefly going through it, like correspondence-wise, it seems to be of friends to her partner, you assume, named Scarlet. These date back maybe like 500 years or so. Just maybe like keepsake memento vibes.
Okay.
I mean, elves, right?
Yeah. That's fine. Mayweather's getting on with Scarlet. Got it.
Yeah. Then they'll have correspondence with friends, but some of them don't seem to be dated any time recently within like the last 50 years.
So she's a shut-in. Okay. Or lonely. Got it. Maybe both.
That could be the vibe.
Okay.
You'll find like the house deed as well as paperwork for a little fairy by the name of Laurel Leaf.
Like as in ownership paperwork?
Yeah, ownership paperwork.
Oh, okay. I picked that up and put that in my bag for Lorelei. Lorelei? Is that what we said?
Laurel Leaf.
Laura Leaf.
Laurel.
Ownership. Laurel. Okay. Got it. Laurel Leaf ownership paperwork. No, I just need to know. I gotta save some people. All right. Cool. Do I see signs of a fairy?
When you look at
Like
it,
recently?
like at the paperwork, and you go through other various drawers, some of the signs seem very obvious to you now. Small clothes. You
Fair enough.
could have been
Not
for
for
a
dolls.
child, but definitely small clothes now. That cat basket hanging on the wall, probably for the fairy. It's got like a pillow and a blanket.
Okay. All right. Mac will leave out the back door and rejoin his new compatriots and say, so she died. give or take a few days. Doesn't seem to be of a struggle. And I found paperwork for a fairy slave. So if we can figure that out, that'd be top notch. No ghost.
So all we have to do is locate this one ferry here in this hamlet, and then we can get a lead, right? Then we can question her.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Really good idea. Yeah, I guess we gotta go talk to those kids. I didn't see no ghost.
Should we report this to some sort of authority?
Absolutely. Was going to be my suggestion.
Yeah, go right ahead. I think that's a good idea. I'm an authority of my own.
All right, well, excuse me, sir. There has been a murder.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have jurisdiction here. I get how that was confusing.
Oh, okay. So we'll find a real authority. Okay.
Yeah, well, hold on. I take offense to that, but yes.
So who runs the show around here? Who would be in charge?
In this town, it's kind of be more like town guard-esque, but not like many. Just kind of like someone who
This is a small town.
uses the what's it called? City council room. So you kind of have like a little sheriff that kind of checks everywhere out.
Militia at best. Got it.
Most of the forces are busy elsewhere.
Fighting dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Free information. Yes.
World information.
I'll approach whoever looks like they're the most engaged at the moment.
So we gotta
For
walk
someone
back
here.
towards the town, right? Because this was a little off the
Yeah.
beaten path.
Yeah, a little bit off the beaten
All right,
path.
cool.
As you walk over, you'll see the kids kind of like playing out in more of a open-ish field type thing. Kind of like digging around in the dirt.
The same kids we saw?
Yeah. That's why I mentioned them.
Mac's gonna shout, "Hey! Stay away from the grandma's house."
Yeah, we're playing over here like you told us to.
Alright, keep it up. You're good kids.
I do wish to know your affiliation with the elderly lady.
She gave us cookies sometimes.
Oh shit.
Does she have any family?
Oh, no. Miss Lady Scarlet, she told us about her and she died forever ago.
That is unfortunate.
And sometimes she would say little Laura Leaf was a family to her.
Loreleaf, could you tell me more about this person?
It's a little fairy guy about this big and like goes for about like a foot tall kind of range. However, he's kind of stinky. He's not very nice. He likes plants though.
And where would I find this Laurel Leaf?
Oh, in the garden.
The Garden of the Lady? Or is there a place called the Garden here?
Oh, the garden of the lady, that's hers.
Is he here now?
I think you'd be at home with her.
All right.
Mac gives him a look like he wasn't there. He's like shaking his head.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't there.
I do believe we've pumped these children out of all the information.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe you get your hooks out. Maybe you get out a blade. Looking at you, Mac. Maybe we could get them to. Maybe we could get them to talk some more. But maybe this is all the children know.
Thank you, children.
You want to play dirt with us?
I will actually.
How does one play dirt?
I'll take some in my trunk and rub it all on my skin again. Like I'm due for a layer. Thank you.
Oh, like that. Sometimes you make pies, or you need to add a little more water to it.
Well, that would be playing mud. I think you need to go back to game school. Anyway, let's go back to... one thing at a time. Let's report this corpse.
What corpse?
I mean,
You were just...
Let's go play! I said play! More joy!
The kids have had enough.
Okay, we'll go.
Whoa, hey, Mac ushers him. Hey, they're kids. Come on. You're worried about me? Come on. At least I point swords at adults. Come on.
I didn't point a sword at them.
With your words. Come on. He's gently nudging him.
All right.
Yeah, and you guys head over to the council room. The kids kind of weird adults.
They're going to remember this day when they're adults.
Yeah, the crazy old guy just screaming at them and the weird elephant that dresses in mud pies?
I think a champion dirt player is what you mean to say.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, you guys head into the city council room. You can easily find a receptionist dude up front, little cute gnome.
How cute.
Has a
Scale of 1 to super cute.
I'd say an 11 cute.
Damn, it's a dime piece.
Nice round ears. Kind of red hair.
If you're into that.
Yeah.
Nice round ears.
Bit short. Working on some paperwork, and I'll look up to you lot. We're like, oh, hello.
Do they have a name tag on? I love when people have name tags on.
Squinting down at him, you'll see the name tag says Stone, S-T-O-N, no E.
Hello, Ston. My name is Balfour.
Oh, it's Stone.
Please forgive me. Hello, Stone. My name is Balfour.
Nice to meet you, sure. What do you need? You need an appointment?
My crew and I'll kind of do a wave to these two, and I don't know if they nod or wave, whatever. What would you guys do?
I think Mac just stands there.
And I almost expect you guys to do something, and when you don't, then I'll just go back. Would like to speak to the proper authorities about a corpse that we have found. And report that.
Eyes go wide. Oh, yeah, one moment.
I think Mac's gonna back to the door. Just hang out by the exit. Just in case.
I'm gonna do the thing where your hands are in front of you and you kind of go up on your toes and back on your heels, looking around, just waiting for the people to show up.
Anyway, you see him run back, and then not too long afterward, the door is open, and there's a dwarven person that comes out. There's a short beard, well kept, kind of thick-figured. And she'll look at the lot of you. So you got a corpse there, sirs?
Well, not personally. We have stumbled upon one that we thought it would be proper to report to you.
She'll take a notepad out. Look up at you guys.
Oh, you would like the details. I imagined you would have some questions for us.
Where'd you find it?
I give the exact address, recalling it very vividly, and all the details you gave us earlier of this house and the bushes and the kids, and exactly minute to minute as we walked up the stairs, checked for spells, and then how I, knocked and I asked was anyone there, but the door was open and the kids saw a ghost, and then I realized that the body was cold. My friend was able to tell it had been a couple days, and we immediately got out, and now we're here.
A nod. And a sigh, and she closes the book. Oh, yeah, we knew it was coming, we just didn't know when.
The kids also mentioned a laurel leaf, but that fairy individual was not to be seen.
A runner, then.
Oh, Max scowls.
Scythe. Well, thank you for reporting. We'll get right on it.
DM, can I just roll? Can I determine? Sorry, not roll. I don't need to ask to roll. Does Mac think she's actually going to get on it? And furthermore, does Mac think she's going to take this fairy right back into fucking custody?
You can roll an insight for what she is, and then I can tell you about the various laws of the world.
Okay. Really insight. Yeah, I got it. All right, let's see. Fuck. 9.
I mean, she looks like a lady that does her job. She'll probably be right on it.
Okay. And what about the fairy business?
Fairy business worldwide, you guys know, because they can be owned. They would probably just get picked up to go right back into the system again to be rebought or figure out who next of kin is, things of that matter.
So Dwayne doesn't understand this system, but would Mac know a way to free said fairy since he now currently has the deed to said fairy?
Yeah, what's the legal? Do we know the legalese? Like having the thing like makes us the next, like owners that we could like break that thing.
Don't you use that word about Matt?
You would do either proof of purchase, proof of kin. You got receipt. Otherwise, the best third way you could possibly do is to steal him yourselves and free him before they even knew.
Got to give him a piece of clothing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think Max was gonna motion to the other two. It's like a let's talk outside kind of thing.
Thank you. What is your title? How do I refer to you?
It's just Caesar.
Thank you, Caesar. We will be on our way, and I'm sure that you will handle this adeptly.
She'll nod. Start looking like she's going for paperwork as you guys are leaving out.
Cool. Max steps out, waits for his compatriots. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I dead elf aside, I don't sit real well about this whole fairy slave business. I kind of want to go check the garden, and then make sure Laureleaf is at least they know what's going on, and I don't know, give them their own ownership papers. Like that's got to be a thing, right? Like sign them over to them. Like you here are a free fairy. Like we could probably do that, right?
Ooh, can we roll for like just this out of the blue for each of us to roll like a law check? How well do we know the law?
I mean, I have to tell you,
check?
Mac doesn't. He knows warden rules and warden shit, right?
Have any of you owned fairies? Gotten into that process?
I would never.
Mac has now.
Oh, he does.
I guess he's got the deed.
Actually, you're pretty old. What you got going on, you old guy?
Not owning slaves.
I was say, you ever owned fairies? You want to get canceled?
Is this like a widespread practice? Is this like a world, or is this like region to region? Like
It's worldwide. It's not just here, it's everywhere. Some more so or less than others.
and it's been that way forever. So we're weird.
Been
for
that way
acting
forever.
For like acting
being,
weird.
yeah,
about
you're
it.
being weird,
Okay.
but that is okay. There's some people like that.
Sure. If we run into like a fairy abolitionist group and we can rock with them for a while, I'm not opposed to that. But I also don't need to pick a fight with every motherfucker I see on the street. Did you want me to roll a history check to see how good I know the law?
Yeah, or how you might have come across papers, things like that.
I rolled a natural one for a 7.
You think you might have gone over some paperwork. Sometimes they have legalese on the back of deeds, but like,
I rolled a natural 7 for a 7.
Same
so I guess
thing.
I'll take the same thing.
I look
You
on
cannot
the back.
fail ability checks.
You can just do better or worse.
Yeah, you look on the back. You know, like sometimes, like on cars, you can just like sign things over,
Yeah, can we?
and you need the owner's signature to like sign them over to the next car.
Got a
It's kinda
forge
that
kit in
vibe.
here.
Okay. Hey, Mac. Not sorry, I'm Mac. My bad. Axel. I see you scribbling a lot. Yeah, seems to be your thing.
Yes.
You think you could forge her signature?
I spit.
Gesundheit.
You want me to do what? Disgrace the noble art of penmanship with criminal activities.
First of all, lower your voice. Listen, means to end. We're talking about freeing another living creature. Is the written ink more important?
Yes. Okay. I'll go around and I'll write a script of freedom for every fairy that we come across. And then when I've run out of ink and I've run out of paper and the world has run out of fairies, we'll be about halfway done. Oh, by the way, we have a mission.
Okay, but listen. All right, fine. I'm just gonna hold. I don't know what to do with it. I guess I'll keep it. All right.
Axel, are you okay?
Not really.
He's cranky.
Now, that's not fair.
I haven't had my prunes. No.
He does seem cranky, I think.
I just feel like we're getting a little distracted.
That's fair.
And
What would you like to do?
well, aren't we like on a sacred mission from our friend Oishin to go stop something? I don't remember what we were.
We gotta
supposed
go
to do.
back there. He needed his sleep, remember? So now we go back there and he's gonna bippity boppity boo us to this emerald forest.
I don't know if that's true.
Pretty sure that's true.
That's fair enough. I guess I did ask. Why don't you? Well, hey, so our friend Oishin's a great fairy god. Why don't we just go to him and say, "Flap your magic wings and take all the fairies into your stewardship, and then you can suck all their levels out of them, and then we'll move on with our lives."
Okay, yeah, all right, let's go. We'll tell him to suck the fairy teats. Let's go.
Those are weird things.
I head back to Oshin's.
Yeah. When you get there, you don't see the door in the tree at the moment.
Fuck!
I'm going to walk backwards and looking at the tree at the same time, walk backwards.
I'm
into
going
it.
to pretend like I don't want to get into the tree, but like,
Oh, I say open and elvish.
We did
All
it.
those methods work, sure.
Excellent. Matt goes through the door.
Yeah, you guys go through the door.
I'm assuming that was a joke.
I actually know elvish.
How is he?
Or are you saying all those methods work and we actually get inside?
You guys fucked around enough with the tree to figure out that touching the tree will get you back in.
That's
Hot.
fair. I love the idea that the elephant backs up to it and just falls through.
And you guys go back. The room is lit. You find the stairs. You walk backwards up the stairs. If you go forwards up the stairs, you do get dropped at the bottom again.
I do not.
And you'll find Oishin. He's kind of like packing a bag. Kind of small form now. Eladrin vibe.
You seem smaller.
Well, if I go out into the world in my bigger form, I might as well be killed.
Yeah, good point. I have a small question. If I were to come in contact with the deed of a fairy, how would one free said fairy?
Perhaps buying them from the owner.
But let's say I have the deed. So, like, possession, I've heard, is 9/10 of the law. So, if I already have possession of said deed, how could I free said fairy?
Is your name on it as the next owner?
He pulls it out and hands it. Hey, this is your problem now. Free this fairy.
You'll look at the paper. Well, I can't really do anything with the law's paper.
Mac pushes forward. Huh?
Do you wish to free the fairy?
But yeah, why wouldn't I?
He'll like look at the paper,
Mm-hmm.
turn it around in his hands a few times, then I kind of shrug and then kind of just like flick his fingers at it to put some signatures on it.
My dude. All right, cool. On your way out, if you just want to solve that, and then we'll go to the Emerald Forest.
He gives it back to you with your name on it.
No, listen, I'm going to... Okay. It's your turn, and he motions to his partners and sulks.
I've decided that trying to free all the fairies is actually pretty heroic, so I'm writing an Emancipation Proclamation. I think we should start gathering the fairies and taking them into a woodland hideout. We'll have to fight a guerrilla war. It will last probably decades. I probably won't live to see the new world that you've created, but sounds pretty cool.
That does sound very good. It'd be a nice change for the world.
How's your campaign going so far, Ebon?
It's going well. I love it.
She's like, I don't have to plan anything.
Yeah.
These idiots are just fighting over fairies.
Just read history books and let them be the good guys.
Do fairies have any sort of innate magical abilities? Do they have any sort of, I don't know, natural defense mechanisms?
Fly away.
Ah, good. I didn't know if they could, I don't know, sprinkle some dust and make people fall asleep, or magically change their shape, or maybe illuminate things with fairy magic. I don't know.
Oh, thousands of years ago, yes, but
But now they suck. Okay, good to know.
the divine wars have taken its toll on the world.
All right, so we're going to have to make tiny knives. Do you know where we could find, like, a really small blacksmith? Or one with very delicate hands. He can be normal size.
Oh, look up. Well, that kind of business sounds like work of a jeweler's, since they do very fine metal work, especially tiny
A
things.
watchmaker would be excellent as well. You're right. Okay.
So where... Well, you have the paper. Where is the fairy?
Max shrugs.
Balfour shrugs.
All right, let's go to the garden and we'll look for a trail or some clues or something, and we'll find the fairy, and then he'll become the general of our new resistance. His name is Laurel Leaf. That means the leaf out of a victory wreath. He's meant to be. His destiny has chosen him.
Yeah.
I do like the name. It's
Oishin,
good.
Oishin,
Yes.
Are you gonna like bippity boppity boop us to this Emerald Forest?
Keep saying that.
Well, I have no magic to get there.
Yeah, 1,000 years ago, perhaps.
How the fuck are we supposed to get here?
Gestures to Axel.
You took my magic, fool.
That's still not
You
enough
got a
to
map?
bibbity bop us over there. Yeah, we just head east.
You're coming?
Nods.
Okay.
I need your aid there.
Let's go to the garden.
Alright, he'll go grab a staff to use as a walking stick from the tree.
Oh, you're supposed to sleep still, actually, right?
No,
It's
yeah,
still the
rested.
afternoon of the.
No,
we
it's
got
you guys went to sleep at the inn, and then you
okay.
woke up in the morning, and then you've had all
Remember
this
the egg
business.
song?
I thought we went to go to sleep, and you were like, "It's 4 p.m. Go do something else," and then we found a ghost.
No. We went to sleep,
You
and
went
then
to
we had
sleep.
breakfast. Avon, you just want to do that egg song again for us?
No,
It was really good the last time you did it.
no, thanks. My voice came out in with other people from doing it. Hello, Shane. Change cameras.
Not on purpose. There's been a USB fuckery. Don't worry about me over here.
Okay, we won't.
Don't worry about the man you see in the distance.
Mac leads the charge
Yeah.
to the garden.
Yeah, sure. What would you guys like to do in the garden once you get there? It's really
I
easy.
want to look for signs of my fairy.
I would like to walk around with a passive 16 investigation and look at things.
Passive 16. Does anybody want to do active investigation or active survival for tracking?
Now that you mention it,
Oh,
Yeah, I want to.
I'll do survival.
I want to do that. I want to do pointed. Yeah, perceptions.
rolled a 15 for my investigation. I should have stayed passive.
I rolled a natural 20 for a 25 for my survival.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is my fairy, DM?
I'm waiting for Devin to give me my
Did I even
investigation
matter?
or survival.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
It's a cumulative roll based on all of our things.
Okay, stand by. I get advantage on that one too. 17.
Okay, cool. 15, 17, and natural 24?
For 25.
25. Okay, cool beans. So you guys are in the garden. Oshin's kind of like waiting off to the side, watching you guys, leaning on his staff. And place is still a mess, right? The dirt's dug up. Plants are in various states of up and turned up, as well as pots being flipped over, you know?
You say turnips?
Turned up for
Oh,
what?
okay.
That's how it goes, right?
It is.
With your investigation, Axel, because I'm working bottom up, you'll see it's definitely a mess. Looking at things closely, you can definitely see there's like dirt prints of tiny fingers. More child size, perhaps, so maybe it was children turning this place up, but who knows?
They were playing dirt. Their favorite game in this community.
Mm-hmm. And you can see evidence of other things like being in the garden. And you're like taking a look around the place, like towards the edges where the like the bushes that kind of go off into the foresty area of the backyard. Where that will kind of like draw both Balfour and Mac the same direction. Balfour, you'll see like some cracks in the twigs, kind of in the upper parts of the tree. And then Mac, you'll be able to see that and actually follow a path of cracked leaves through the foresty backyard.
And I do.
It doesn't take too long before it's super easy to spot for you guys based on all your rolls and your tracking. There's a little fairy kind of trying to hide up in a tree, his outfit very green, and there's blonde hair on his head. Kind of like peeking at you guys through the leaves, thinking he's very stealthy.
Cool. Mac approaches very slowly at this point once he sees this scared little fairy. And he says, you have every right to be mistrustful. Distrustful, you get it. Laurelleaf, I have your ownership papers, and I know how that sounds. Let me finish my sentence. I don't want you to be a slave. So, I want you to be free? For starters. Does that sound good?
There's like a moment that passes before the leaves move. Like with one hand, and in the other hand you kind of see a rock. And he'll like peek at you. Like, what does freedom even mean?
It means no one owns you. Kind of like myself. I do. That's probably not the best example. But other people can kind of do what they want when they want. It's not really a thing fairies typically get, but it's kind of my thing. So I have your ownership papers, and he's going to pull them out. I've had my friend here sign them in a way that makes them official, and we would like to set you free.
Will I get to work on my own garden? Because my garden's right over there. He gestures back to the house.
I feel like that's the... Oh, you know what? Yes, you will. If you just come with me back to Mayweather's house, we'll get all the paperwork sorted out. We do have some questions about a dead body, but we're not worried about it, truthfully. It's just kind of at the bottom of it.
She's not dead, she's sleeping.
Oh, sweet summer child. Yeah, let's go back and fill out some paperwork, I think.
Squint at you.
He'll raise his palms open.
Roll me a persuasion.
Yeah.
You can't click a button without it being the in-call button.
Every time.
If he... So...
I hate everything. Yeah. Persuasion check.
Red button ready.
Oh! Natural 20 for 21.
Nice.
People say I roll good.
Yeah, I know. This is twice now.
Hey, mine's in the logs though. You can't fault me. You can go look at the game
being
logs.
real Amos right
I
now.
can screenshot it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rude. You can't do that on.
He listens. Stop it.
He'll
I love him. He's still a cheater in my heart. Tell him that.
He'll kind of lower his rock and then kind of chuck it backwards so it's not a problem with you, and then kind of float on down.
Yeah, you can super ride my shoulder, or you can just kind of follow, and Mac's gonna start heading back to the house.
He'll come over and sit on your shoulder instead.
Cool. So, while we're walking, how old are you?
He'll go on his fingers, start counting. Be 19 come the end of spring.
Seems old enough to own a house. Perfect. Great. Yeah. And you like gardens? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more idle chit chat until we get to the garden.
Yeah, sounds good.
Or to the house. So we get to the house. I take Laura Leaf in to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And motion to Grandma Mayweather, and I say, "Listen, I don't want to be the guy to do this."
Oh, wait, one moment.
Look how dead she is.
Hey, real quick, can I talk to you for a second? Just a quick sidebar.
Yeah, Laura Leaf, sorry, not the Gilmore Girl. And I just gently put a hand out and just why don't you hang out with Mayweather for a second? It's not weird. And then he's gonna walk outside. Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, so it's just wanted to check in. Is what you're trying to do right now is introduce this being to the concept of mortality?
You know what? Maybe we just skip that part and we just forge some documents. How about that?
Yeah, I think maybe just they don't need to stare death in the face today.
That's a good point. All right. Mac walks back in. Oshin, come on. Hobble your way in here.
He'll just shake his head and then follow. Get a little laugh.
All right. So Mac puts the deed on the side table for Laura Leaf, and then he pulls out the house deed, and he says, "All right, Oshin, I just need you to magic these two things up to be Laura Leaf's."
No. Okay, come on. If you magic the deed to this house to Laura Leaf, we'll all high five each other, and then we'll go on to continue our adventure. And the people will come here and they'll say, "You can't own property, you're a fairy!" And then they'll beat him and they'll whip him and then they'll put him back into servitude. So clearly the thing to do instead is take to the woods. We begin our guerrilla campaign. Laura Leaf, I need you to sign here. This is a document. It proclaims all fairies free. Sign your name and become the first of many in this glorious revolution.
But couldn't this be the headquarters?
Okay, well then put it down for your name, because they're not going to let a
That's
fairy
fair.
own property.
You know what? I'm with it. Put my name down. And if anyone ever asks Laurel just say he's away on business, but he'll be back.
Laurel, can you grow poison?
Ooh, that's a good question.
My lady,
Also, herbs for healing. We'll need them in the battles to come.
my lady didn't want us to grow poison since that would have been bad.
Well, new rules.
Oishin will kind of also look at you like, well, your first half of statement was very correct, Axel.
We should grow poison? I feel like that was the first part.
I start off strong, and I tend to teeter into.
Oh, the part about owning the house, but if it's in one of your names.
Yeah, put mine down, boss.
He'll slowly nod.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, all right, if this is what you guys want to do.
Yeah, go ahead. Put Mac, like floppy ears, comma, silver torch. They'll know.
It's really going to be your house, Lord.
Yeah, it's 100% yours,
for
Lord
your
Leaf.
years of service. It's going to be yours. But if they ask,
Just I'm away
it's
on
actually
business.
Max,
Yeah.
and he is very busy.
Very busy.
He's gone. He'll be back very soon.
Of course. And you know what? Mac is going to reach into his bag, and he's going to pull out 10 gold pieces and put them in the dresser and say, in case you need funds, here you go.
Give him 3 more gold so we can afford garlic knots.
Okay. Matt gives him 3 more gold.
Okay. Laurel Leaf seems a little bewildered and confused, but kind of like, okay, that was a lot, but all right. Oishin will kind of be like, start looking at the paper and like working on it.
Hey, Mac, you go show Laurel Leaf the garden and how, and you guys can work out your whole new setup.
Sure.
Myself and Balfour, we're going to stay here and
clean up a bit. Yeah, I get it. Come on,
tidy up.
And Mac puts out both his paws. And come on, little buddy. Let's discuss the garden. I want to hear all your ideas.
Yeah, he'll definitely go with you, and kind of seems to chip her up a bit.
All right, tell me all about it. And then they do whatever they do.
The last thing he hears is he walks to the door. Balfour, grab her legs.
And that's where we'll end our episode.
That was a good one. Love that.
Oh yeah, no, that was good. Shainsaw.
Yep.
Could you do us the honor?
Oh, yes, of course. Hey, everybody, it's the month of May, so we're going to be rolling for humanity for Child's Play Charity. Really great organization. They put games where they're needed the most. They help the kids that maybe can't get out and play and run in the sunshine and the things that kids like to do, so they let them play games in the best way possible. And they give them all kinds of stuff like tabletop role-playing game resources, video games, all kinds of cool stuff. So it's definitely worth your time and dollars and hours, and we are rolling right now. We got 14.
Hell yeah.
Hooray!
$14. We hope you'll join us.
Please.
All right, on to me, everyone. Hey, everybody. We want to sell you some of our things. We have our classic t-shirts in our Etsy store. We've got that 1 million downloads, or excuse me, the 500K downloads poster that's still there. But we have reached 1 million, so it's just a matter of time. And look like a lot of shirts. We get some stickers still in there, and I can only imagine what's going to be dropping in now that we've made it to campaign 5. I know people are going to want to see Gorp, so we'll see what happens with that, but Gorp's got to be a sticker. Got it with all those different wings, all the different types. So go check out our store. You can go to etsy.com/shop/Lawful Stupid and get your stuff today.
Hooray! On to stars, wishes, and hopes.
I got stars. for Shane because him and Axel, or Mac and Axel, like 100% on the same page of let's fucking free these fairies. Axel a little more war side than Mac, but still he's into it. Maxel, oh my gosh, that's a wonderful couple name. Perfect, love it. We're a duo. I love it.
You're a duet, is what they're saying now.
Do it.
I'll piggyback off that. I hope that we free every fairy in the whole world.
Hopes is one of them, right?
Yeah, hope, stars, and wishes.
Hope, stars, and wishes. Horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons.
I hope that we play the actual game that Avon has spent so many hours putting together at some point. But right now, I'm in Fairy World. We're in
You
it.
are playing the game in Fairy World.
I'm very excited about how this is going to turn out.
Fairies.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah,
what's
Me's
in
out
charge
there.
of? Like, Me is
No, so-
artillery.
logistics,
Me
for sure.
is-
She's practicing now.
Logistics,
She's working at
okay,
a
for
like
sure.
She's currently, she got your letter and she's like, time to begin. And she started writing her own letters. I know how to write words, she said. And then she began.
Yeah,
I
we're
love
gonna
it.
need like a
Doing that.
general and like a tactical person because Laurel Leaf is definitely an apothecary. He's really into the garden.
We're gonna need a school. These fairies have no
Ooh, I
concept
wanna
of
open it.
reality. They are just kept in the dark. They are not well educated. They
Hey,
are
you think
gonna
those
need
kids
some
want a
help.
job?
Oh goodness. All right, my turn. I'm gonna pick a personal one. I have a wish. Right now, I've had hair straight as a board since I was a child. However, right now it's starting to turn curly or wavy. I'm not sure what's going on, and I am wishing and hoping that I can maybe get it to be more wavy. It's kind of interesting.
Hell yeah. To circle back around, I did make cobblers, and they were I made 2 peach cobblers and a blackberry cobbler. They were great.
To circle back around, I saw you guys putting that stuff in chat, and I was like, I'm going to try it myself. And then I realized I had to go to the grocery store to get peaches, and when I was out there, I saw a pie already made in the freezer, so I just brought that home and warmed it up, and it was delicious too.
So to circle back around, I made homemade milkshakes tonight, and they were fucking delicious.
Did they bring all the boys to the yard?
Yeah.
If they did, they're not good enough.
Get out of here, boys!
Fists in the air, Axel style.
All right. Well, like we always say,
We love you.
We love
we
you.
love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't fuck with the Derringers.